My name is Patricia Webbt-Futt, and my profession is the essential communication with the beautifully undermined feathered beauties in terms of understanding their emotions, their thoughts, and their bodies.
It says here you're a duck whisperer.
Well, yes, I suppose that is my official title.
How did you come to realise you had such a special gift?
Well, as a child, you may find this hard to believe, but I didn't have many friends. So I was sitting on the bench at lunchtime and pondering about how meaningless my life is and how I give no value to society. And then it hit me, quite literally. Henry Chinningham thought it funny to chuck a duck at my face, cracking rather violently at me. Said it was something to do with my name, but I never quite got what that was. I hope he's rotting in hell now. Oh no, he isn't dead. He's just working in Greg's. I plucked the duck from my visage and I looked at it and it looked at me. And I knew in that moment that we understood each other. And I held it close to my chest and it whispered in a tiny voice, "I love you."
How emotional. Why do you think you and ducks have such a connection?
They're just such misunderstood creatures. I mean, they have such a complex mind. I often wonder what they think about, open water, other ducks, breadcrumbs. Their plan to take down the hierarchy of birds one swan at a time. They're ambitious, and I feel like I can relate to that on a personal level. We have this bond between us that I feel like can never be broken unless you pry it out of my cold, dead hands.
Moving on. So I think that, most people can agree that ducks are fairly mundane.
Mundane? Mundane? Oh, have you know that a duck that can recite the entire opening monologue to the Bee Movie is not mundane? Did you know that ducks have accents? Yeah, it's true. You could be walking down the street in the Midlands and suddenly hear a Brummie quack. And God forbid you ever see a Glaswegian duck and a Brummie duck together. 1 minute they're quacking along together, the next it's a boxing wing in their lake.
Did you just say the Bee Movie?
Yes. Yes, I did.
What has been the most memorable conversation you've ever had with a duck?
What I admire about my profession, my calling. Ducks can confide in me about their troubles, and there's a level of trust between us that is just unbreakable, so I'm not at liberty to say.
Oh, come on, surely you can tell us something.
Oh, you're pulling my bill.
I'm not pulling anything.
When I was 9 years old, there was a duck called Pedro. At least that's what he told me his name was. He was a soft boy, intelligent, green-headed, did an amazing impression of RuPaul.
Patricia!
Sorry, what?
You were telling me about Pedro?
The duck, yes, of course. He always helped me through my struggles, lifted me up when I was down. Well, not physically, he's a duck. Well, one day I went to visit the school lake. I'd go there every day. And he was sitting on our bench, solitary. And when I approached him, he told me he was leaving me for another woman. Needless to say, my trust in men Ducks has been wavering ever since.
We have one final segment for you today before you leave us.
Of course, lay it on me.
Tell me what she's saying. Well?
I can't say.
Oh, please tell us. It would be so good.
No, I really can't say.
Our viewers are really looking forward to
I don't know what she said! I can't understand ducks. I'm sorry. I just wanted to prove to Henry Chinningham and all the others that my life is bigger than this. Bigger than Greg's. So, when do I get paid?